Finding the outlet for your product and service is definitely also quite an issue, of course, and it doesn't help to have millions of websites, of course, out there.
So Johan, today we'll be taking a look at entrepreneurs and the resources that are available to them. Now, on the internet, there are millions of resources for entrepreneurs, but is it the case that less can actually be more in the regards of resources?
Absolutely, Jessica. I think that's really the case. Internet is great, but it's overwhelming, noisy, and I think unproductive for most of the people.
So what do you see as the biggest issue for entrepreneurs at present? We've mentioned the fact there are so many resources online.
Yeah, I think it depends on how far you've come on your entrepreneurial journey. So if you're an aspiring entrepreneur, for instance, thinking about maybe you have a good idea, I think the biggest issue then is not the idea itself, but the verification and implementation of that idea. It's a lot harder than what most people think to implement and to do a good job at creating your company. So finding the right people and the right knowledge, the right content, maybe the right events and so on to go to and create where you can make sure that you develop your business in the right and most positive way is quite difficult. If you already have a company, of course, approaching the audience in a good way and finding the outlet for your product and service is definitely also quite an issue, of course, and it doesn't help to have millions of websites, of course, out there.
That's a really good point, because there are so many outlets that it can be overwhelming for an entrepreneur that's looking to find some fundamental information from any sources. So what would you say is important in the different stages of being an entrepreneur, from setting up a business to maybe looking for investors? What would you say is important?
Well, exactly what you mentioned. I mean, finding the different pieces of resources. So if you can have one place where you can find really everything that you need, no matter where you are in your process or your journey as an entrepreneur, that's really a big step forward in terms of you becoming much more productive. You don't have to go to one website for one thing and another website for another thing and so on. So having all of that in one place is really a key element. It could be finding and having the right information at your fingertips, finding an event that you're interested in going to, that's very critical, finding the right people, having people to collaborate with, approaching the marketplace, offer your product or service, and promoting the business. I think that's it really depends on where you are and how far you've come on your journey.
So Johan, you are here today on behalf of a company that does present all of these features, which is AntNest. So can you tell us a little bit about this?
Yeah, AntNest is a newly started company. It really is the one place to go to for anything that is related to entrepreneurship. Everything you need as an entrepreneur, no matter how far you've come on your journey. And it's in one organized place. We have functions covering a lot of different things, from events, knowledge, marketplace, promotional activities, just normal social networking pieces like connecting with people, similar to tweeting is a different system, of course, but we have similar functions and so on for that, for instance. So really everything you need in one place. That's AntNest, yes.
And it certainly holds an appeal. So how does someone become a member?
That's a very good question. For most other social networks, if you need or want a profile, you simply create your profile. We are a little bit more peculiar at this point in time. We think there's a lot of value in knowing a little bit more about the participant, the AntNester. So you have to say who recommended you to get into AntNest in order for you to become a member. It's actually not so hard as it might sound, but you go to the website, you click on Find Recommender. You can, for instance, put in AntNest and search for that, and then you click on the profile which has the AntNest logo, and I will be happy to send you an invitation and a recommendation to become an AntNester. And I look forward to see you in there, of course.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for your insight today.
Excellent, Jessica. Thank you very much.
And thank you for watching That's All from us here in the Geneva studios. But if you did like this interview, then please do like and comment on dugoscopy.tv.